Chris, in that they're both ne'er-do-wells who care a lot about money, but they also have people who mean a lot to them. Very beautiful moments all around.
I love it.
Aeolus.
Yeah, that's kind of where we ended with the night ending, and tomorrow morning we're going to wake up and head to the Wizard of the Wines to hopefully help out the were-ravens there in a bad way.
Aeolus.
Real quick, the reason why I didn't watch the VOD was because I'm like, if my character wouldn't have been privy to these conversations, sometimes I like just metagaming the fuck out of, like, just not even metagaming, just of taking myself out of the situation completely. So sometimes
Narrative gaming.
if it looks like my eyes are glazed over, like at some point at all ever during any of these sessions, it's because I'm tuning out bits and pieces of information, so I, like my character, can have the same genuine reaction to finding things out later on. So I don't want anyone to think I'm not paying attention.
I can see where your mind goes with that.
I don't know why, but I forgot to say this like earlier in the session. But like I kind of just I've weirdly been doing that.
I appreciate that, especially I am also kind of the same way. I am a little bit prone to metagaming because I like to game the system, so I'll be careful if I need to be careful. But Aeolus.
Yes.
You have a very angry child stomping about this large encampment. Argynvostholt, when you left, was just this beautiful castle, this decrepit castle. Now there are slews of tents around. There is smoke billowing up in the sky from each of them. You see a woman, she is drying clothes out on a line between two tents. You see someone carrying blankets to a tent where people are screaming in agony. You see that there is, all of the tents of the Vistani are quite loud. They're beautiful fluorescent colors. They can exit and re-enter, so they're able to get fresh fabric. All of the Dusk Elves have more modest dwellings. It's like tanned hides and more sort of meager, humble tents. But you see that there is a bunch of people. There's maybe like 180 people here right now, which is a lot of people in this like football-sized area. Off in the outskirts, of course, is our vampire friend who is staying inside of Thaddeus's carriage, as she cannot come within the area of the beacon. Same with our giant dragon friend. But as you are walking around, Drew is handing back item after item. She gives Gregor a flask. He says, "Oh, when did you take this?" "You are not looking. Take it back." As she rolls her eyes and she is returning these items, the Cape of Billowing gently centers itself on your shoulders. It had been playing tag with Drusilla earlier, but now it returns to you as you follow her about camp. The stars are beautiful. The sky is clear, and you see the beacon light shining in the sky. It provides some light, like it's sort of like the moon. It's pretty reflective, so it provides some light outside. It's like relatively nice.
Wow. Just as I'm following Drew, more or less, right?
Yeah. She returns a pair of wedding rings to a Vistani couple who both look very puzzled but incredibly thankful to have them returned. "Do not take, little girl. It is very bad to take." "Yes, I know. Here." She hands them back their wedding rings and they smile at you. If it was not so easy to take things from these people, then I would not take them. But it is so easy to take.
I'll get down on her level at this point and I'll say, well, it's easy to take. It's harder to give them back just to their face, correct? Like you just giving it back to them without them being any the wiser that you took it in the first place, correct?
It is the worst to give it back.
Have you thought about? Okay, this is either a bad or a good parenting moment right now. Hold on. So, since it was so easy to take it from them in the first place, how easy would it be to sneak it back to their person as a challenge? Instead of just handing it straight to them, take it, and then somehow sneakily put it back exactly where they had it, but make sure they are aware that they're somehow lost. And then it'll just magically reappear.
Okay. But I'm not returning any of Thaddeus's gold. None of it. It is all mine. Fair and square, I earned it. She takes out 300 gold pieces.
I'll lean in and I'll whisper, take everything.
I need you to make a insight check on the 300 gold being Thaddeus's.
Oh, well, fuck it. I didn't get my dice ready. I'm so dumb.
You're okay.
I will just use a Google die. Insight check. That is a 16.
Not all of that gold is Thaddeus's that she's handing you. Some of it belongs to presumably others.
I'll say, so is this all Thaddeus's? Or...
Yo, it's Hector. What's up, Hector? Been a long time. What's going on, man?
It's gold. And he wasn't even looking, Malachi, when I took it.
So we like
He's
Malachi.
gold to spare. He's gold to spare. So much to spare.
Now, I'm not saying you should return all of it, but I think you should return 75% of the other people's money, and then 25% is the finder's fee.
A finder's fee.
Okay, I do not know what 75% means, but I assume to give back 75 gold pieces, which I can part with.
To just Malachi, or did you take from other people?
No, this
How
was...
much of it is genuinely Thaddeus?
Well, these coins, and she'll point to the ones, you can tell they're a distinctly different mint than the other. They're all gold, right? It's all gold. But the ones that she has stolen from Thaddeus, you recognize as being coins of the Dale lands. They have these beautiful leafy greens around each side and the sword of the Dales in the center, whereas the ones that are Barovian coin, you would now know, have the embossed symbol of Ravenloft on them. Well, these ones are from Thaddeus. These we're keeping. These are mine and I earned them. And these ones are from Malachi.
How much would you say the split is between what you took from Malachi and what you took from...
Well, I took from Malachi 200 gold pieces.
Okay, so
from
we need...
Thaddeus 100 gold pieces.
So keep Thaddeus. Don't even worry about returning those.
Okay, perfect. She puts it
So for
into
Malachi,
her impressively large coin purse. An impressive coin purse.
So for Malachi, because we want him to still like us.
Of course. 75 gold pieces.
I would say 150.
Oh
keep
my
the 50.
gosh. All right,
you keep
fine.
50 of them. I was like, the $50.
Well-
The 50 is a finder's fee. Just say that his coin purse was like losing money, and just hand him back the 150.
Okay, I can return to him the 50. Oh my
150.
gosh. I can return to him the 150. Oh my gosh.
I will be going with you to do this.
She moves like she is almost dragging her face on the ground as she begrudgingly moves to go return the coin. Hold here, I will sneakily return it to him. He's talking to the loud one. As she goes over, you see Bones fully weeping against a tree, talking with Malachi. Malachi is sort of rigid as Bones is clapping him on the back.
I
They
do
appear to
not.
have heart to heart.
I do not know how to handle these emotions, but I promise that Alvina likes you, man. That's kind of what's going on.
Bones in this moment is crying. You watch Drew, almost like a little spider, scamper up the side of the tree. And in the middle of their conversation, coins hit Bones on the head. Bones does not notice them as they roll on the ground next to you. Malachi, you can add back 200 gold pieces as gold.
Oh, 200?
150, I think, is
So
what
150.
150. Yeah, I was like, $50 is the finder's fee. Like, come on.
You can add back 150 as your gold has been miraculously returned to you by the gods.
Oh, thank goodness. What a stroke of luck. Malachi says a little sarcastically. I think Malachi can put together, like, he saw Hope blow up at Drusilla and say, you're gonna return everything, and so it's like, okay, I was a victim and now it is returned.
As you are watching this, Aeolus,
Guess what?
off to the
Still are.
side, you are approached by a golden-haired Godfried. He is drenched in sweat. He is wearing slacks. He's out of his armor, wearing slacks and a sort of like man tank top situation as he approaches you. It's good to see you. I know that we haven't had a chance to talk.
And I'll say it's good to see you too. So how have things been going on? How have things been going here?
Well, he nods towards Drew as you see her dangling from the tree, and then she drops almost 8 feet, but lands on her feet quite eloquently. Well, she's a quick sport with a knife. Not as good with anything else though, but she's fast, so that'll do her. Very fast. And fuck, there's so many people here. There haven't been this many people here in a really long time.
Is that good?
It is nice to have help to restore the structure. Jaren's Isabel, she's quite good with strength. She's been a great help in laying the masonry. She's not a good mason because she's, of course, a child, but she's very sturdy. And Hope has been,
I would assume the child of Jaren would be sturdy.
and yeah, incredibly so. And Hope has been a tyrant, but much needed. Much needed tyrant.
Yeah, there needs to be someone in charge, because I know it was not going to be me, and I'm happy that Hope is taking that role.
Me too. They've filled up the stores of water today, which has been great.
So last I was here, you hadn't been sleeping much. I assume with all of the extra help and hands, you've been able to get some rest.
He looks at you and he gives you a soft smile. Make an insight check.
Crazy. Why do I remember this? I was like, that was like a year ago. Oh my god.
What'd you roll?
Okay, not a 19, or not a 20, but it was a 19, so it was very high. 19 plus 3 is 22.
Hell yeah. On a 22, he smiles at you and he says, I've gotten plenty rest. But his eyes are dark purple, sort of at the edges, and his body looks weary. His hands are tight when he tells you that he has been sleeping just fine.
So why haven't you been able to sleep? Well,
You're incredibly perceptive and keen. I should know better than to lie to you. He looks back at Argynvast. There aren't any ghosts here now, but that doesn't mean that they don't still visit at night. In my mind, metaphorically, of course.
it makes total sense. Something from years ago that you weren't able to obviously resolve until like a month ago. How realistically in game, how long has passed since we were like doing the whole ghost thing and he was brought back to life?
About a week.
Fuck.
About a week.
So about a week ago, I'm like, it's gonna. Time is the corniest thing that I can say about this, but it's nonetheless true. Time and talking about things, talking about the past, does help immensely. Not to forget, but to help move on and move
I
forward.
hope so. I hope so. It is a hard thing to lose your loved one, but harder still to watch them lose themselves. Is that Drew? And he points over to her, and you see her.
She is behind the back end of the tree. You see her lay down a heavy crossbow, another heavy crossbow, a dagger, a large, so barely even able for her to lift, gently sliding it behind Bones, who is entirely imperceptive to what's happening. You see that she has stolen quite a lot from Bones.
I'll just like put my hand in my. I'm glad she's good, but at least like steal from people who would make it a challenge. Like this is hardly a good use of her efforts if it's from Bones.
And she's returning them. You see her lay down a pack of cigarettes, a scarf, a book, other things.
Let's just say, Hope got to her before I could as well, and
Wow.
and got to her in her. Let's just say she was very, as you put it earlier, a tyrant. Much needed though.
Look at her. She's doing quite well. She's adjusting well to the people here. She loves to have marks, as she puts it. But she's very clever.
I picked that up almost immediately after she gambled with the dragon and won.
Yeah, that's.
He has to. He coughs into his hand, hiding a smile.
Yeah, that is.
It's quite funny. It's okay. You can. I laughed my ass off when she told me this.
He deserves to be bested, especially by her.
Yeah. Listen, if you're an intelligent dragon creature and you get bested by a child, it was deserved.
He takes his hand and puts it on your shoulder, and he says,
I'm glad that you're alive.
Fuck, me too.
It is best you stay that way. I don't know
Right
much.
back at you.
He smiles.
Because he's just recently alive. Sorry.
Yeah, it is good to be alive. I took my first piss in many years yesterday.
My first hits!
it wasn't blood, which was nice.
Yeah, it happens when you're hydrated. Also, probably better if you get some sleep. So if you ever need to talk about anything, like I'm
Thank you.
here.
Thank you. I don't know much about the druids that you are facing, but I know that they tend to align themselves with the Baba Yaga.
Oh, that bitch.
She's a very powerful kind of witch. She used to be the queen of witches. Or so they say.
Yeah, I've slowly become familiar. Sadly, Vietnam flashbacks in my head.
She prefers to send others to do her dirty work, I promise you. You will not meet her tomorrow, but soon, I'm sure.
That is indeed the plan. Not plan, but probably what will happen. So yeah,
So you have a death wish.
it's not a death wish that I have. It's wanna kill this bitch Strahd so we can get the fuck out of here. And it seems like that's where it's kind of leading us. The druids helping make sure that these druids are taken care of. So the Christian forgot the name of their fucking order of the feather. Wow. That was so straightforward and I forgot. Anyway, and save them and their kids as they did to us and did for us previously. So
Well, I assure that you will perform well in battle and make it back to that wee child who is, I don't know what she's doing. As he pans over, you see her, she has got a twig and she's hanging from the tree again, and she's lifting a piece of Bones' hair and dropping it every couple of seconds as Bones laments rigorously to Malachi. Bones is still crying profusely. His hands are waving in the air.
I will literally do the whisper yell, that parents do. They're like, fucking, and I'll say, try. And trying to get her attention, and I will do this, and I will roll intimidation to get her to stop.
Yeah, go ahead. She is. And Malachi, you can fully see her taking pieces of his hair and wiggling them and then dropping them.
Where's my intimidation? Oh, it's actually pretty good. Okay.
I'm going to try and give I'm gonna give Aeolus the help action on this intimidation by giving Drusilla just a crazy fucking stink eye. Fuck off.
Okay, well I actually rolled the exact same, so it didn't help. Yeah, appreciate it. I literally rolled the exact same roll. God damn it. I rolled a 14 both times. So it's a 19, because I got a +5.
She looks over at you and she glares, but she does retreat into the tree. And then you see her a couple seconds again. She crawls down and she walks over to you and she goes, "Well, I'm never allowed to have fun ever again. No one's allowed to have fun."
Listen, you're allowed to have fun, but you can't be doing that when someone's having an emotional breakdown.
She scoffs.
Bones is an emotional breakdown.
And she
I'll literally get down on her level and I'm like, listen, I don't disagree with you, but he's working through that so he doesn't have to be anymore.
You cannot be a pirate without a ship. That is a fact. He is having an identity crisis.
She does a gentle waddle away, the cape of billowing following her, as you can tell that she's getting ready to go to bed.
I'll say to Godfrey, I'm like, listen, I have to make sure she's getting to bed and not stealing more things on the way there.
Really, truly, and genuinely, I hope that you live.
I'll just simply give back a smile, and I'll say, again, simply just, yeah, me too.
He nods and
I have no,
well.
and I'll say, of that, I will have actually no doubt.
Big words. Very
Oh,
Big words that Haley is now going to hyper-focus me and kill me, so...
I will keep an eye on the child in your absence, even though she is very fast.
Yes, I have noticed. It's
Good
getting
night.
worse. Good night.
Good night, Aeolus.
He smiles at you.
And I'll say, good night, Godfrey.
He tosses you a blanket that he had on his shoulder, which you know that you certainly cannot use. And Drew will run, grabbing the cape of billowing. Drew has a room made up for her in the tower of Argynvost Holt. It's at the top of the stairs, right before you get onto the roof where the beacon is. You see that she has gotten makeshift bed pads up there for the two of you. And when you get there, you see that she has done little drawings that she's hung up on the wall.
I did this one with Isabel.
And she points to it. It is a depiction of a purple stick figure with horns, and then a little blob next to it that's sort of scribbled on.
So is the little one supposed to be you?
Yeah, I'm running super fast.
I was about
That's
to ask.
me.
It looks like you're running really fast. It just looks great.
And this one is you, and then Isabel did this one, and she points to a eloquently drawn image of Godfried that's hanging up besides the kind of drawing that like a teenage girl does of like an idol that they have. It's an eloquently drawn image of Godfried.
I'll look at it
It
and
looks-
I'll look
it
at
looks
it
just
and
like
I'll
him.
just go. And then I'll just like mutter under my breath saying, this is gonna be a problem, isn't it? It's gonna be a whole thing.
That looks just like him for real.
It
And
does
they're
look
both
just
sort of
like him.
clinging to the wall.
It does look just like him.
So when you went into the temple, did you kill anyone?
Full disclosure?
Full disclosure.
I killed so many things.
Oh my god. Oh my god. If you had to quantify how many things you killed, and then you guys have an intense conversation about the kinds of beasts that you came across, and she listens excitedly until she eventually begins to settle into sleep. Aeolus, is there anything that you would like to do this night? Drew is sleeping. She is wrapped up in the Cape of Billowing, having gone to sleep with tales of your exploits.
It will be kind of like in an order of like continuing write in my journal, write songs, start writing songs again. Like this is the first night I'm doing that, like genuinely again. And not just kind of doing it like randomly, but like with purpose, writing songs again. And then I'll meditate prior to going to bed. Well, pray before going to bed.
Yeah.
To Hades. Not saying anything more or less other than like, thank you, Lord Hades. Please also watch over my daughter. Not her soul right now, but just, like more or less. It was, you know what I mean? Like just watch over her to make sure. Yeah.
You guys are sitting in the darkness next to this giant beacon that has brought the gods here. You feel so safe. And as you look at Drew, her cheek sort of smashed up against this bed mat, she's doing a snore. Her hair looks crazy.
And she's drooling, I already know.
She's definitely drooling. She looks like Schmeagol, just full smashed on the ground. You know that she's very safe here. This seems to be like the only place where happiness hasn't been sucked dry from it, and that is at the behest of the gods. And the exhaustion of knowing that you have to go back out does weigh on you as you fall asleep.
Nope.
As you all settle down into your beds respectively, is there anything that anyone would like to do before morning?
OOC, out of character. Just had a question.
See, what is that question you have?
So I have a spell called True Strike, right? And it says it takes one action, right? Guided by a flash of magical insight, you make one attack with the weapon used in the spell. Oh, used in the spell's casting. Okay, so I still make an attack when I cast said spell, right?
Correct.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. It didn't make sense for me to use an action and then not be able to swing my weapon as well.
No, I totally understand.
That's how it used to be, actually.
It is, yeah. They have recently gotten that updated. David, I have sent you ambient music for the day while we are traveling. It is at the very bottom. And
Second question, is that the
I
new
think-
mic? You got a new mic?
I do have a new
Super.
mic. It's not the one that I will be using.
No, not the main, the pop-in mic.
Not long term.
It's not long term. I actually made a big adult lady purchase today, and I am getting a blue Yeti in the mail. Because I'm tired of my mic being fucking
Oh wait,
shit.
never mind. Not Yeti's the bigger one, the nicer one, the snowballs, the tiny little orb. Yeah.
Super fast before morning. I think before he goes to bed, Malachi is going to Sending Stone Tink again. Basically, just say, "We'll be there tomorrow. Bringing backup. Please stay safe."
She will send a very quick message back to you. Careful on the travel. Trying to stay alive. Fuck. And that's all you get from your sister.
That's not encouraging at all.
Tinkara has not ever been a very wordy person, but the prevalence of the fuck is alarming. As you all wake up in the morning, Godfried has bestowed breakfast upon each of you. Aeolus, I know that you have information to give Jaren. If you don't want to give Jaren that information, that's totally fine. You just mentioned that you wanted to do that last time, and I wanted to give you opportunity to before I literally fucking kill you guys so hard.
Aeolus is currently in the restroom.
Yeah.
I'll say
Pissin?
I
think
know
so,
we I know I had sent while they piss, I'll get my thing out of the way. I know I had
Like
sent you a
brushing his teeth and
message
stuff, but-
while over the week. I don't know how and or when if you wanted to do that, if at all.
You can do that whenever. I am totally down with you guys changing your subclasses or even your classes whenever you want. As long as you are up to par and you're following the chicken soup guidelines that I have preset, that's totally fine. I like the channel divinity here, the blessing of the full moon, and empowered cantrips are the best. So if you are fine doing that and are able to do that before we enter combat today and would like to, that's totally okay. If you don't think that you can do that before combat today, that's fine. We can hold that off until next week. But combat today is going to be Aquila.
Also, second
I
question.
can definitely do that. Yeah, you go.
I also have another thing that I get for being rogue.
Yeah.
It's called Steady Aim. As a bonus action, I give myself advantage on the next attack roll. Is that pertinent to arrow projectiles, or is that swords?
It's any attack roll that you do. So anytime that you are making an attack roll, you can give yourself advantage.
All
So
right,
yes for
I figured
arrows,
out how to
yes for
min-max my
swords.
damage. Let's go. Yeah, we're about to be so OP.
Listen, as a rogue, you definitely want to have advantage, right? You
Oh
want
my
that
God,
sneak
yeah.
attack. So any opportunity to get that, hey, you knock it out. You got this.
Cool, I'll be making lots of rolls, which I love to do.
I'm waiting for Christian's headset to return to his head. Waiting for Christian's headset to return to his head.
Oh, I
There's
guess I can
no
say
idea. We're all. Oh, go ahead.
above board. What I'm talking about with Haley, I am changing my subclass from Twilight domain to the Moon domain.
Based, valid.
Spicy.
I would like to do a small little thing with you, Haley, outside of this. That happens in the night between we go to bed and we wake up in the morning to leave. I want that to be the transition.
Absolutely. If you're free Saturday morning, we can run a little private PM. Just let me know what you are looking for in that moment, so that way I know what to prepare.
I'm free until I believe 12.
Perfect. I am free in the morning, so that's awesome.
Let's go.
Is this the kind of?
The prodigal son? Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, is this the kind of thing that if people are free, they can join and listen, or do you want to be fully private?
I would not mind. It is going to be, in my mind, in order to change the domains and like his power basis, there has to be a giving of a part of him and a changing of a part of him, and that has to also come from her above him. And it's like there needs to be a conversation here so both of our needs can be met, because the magic and the way that I fight now is how I fought when I was alone. That no longer works here, and if I don't want to die, that needs to change.
Got it.
Doing a full rest.
You are all doing a full rest. Please reset your character sheets. Reset your all abilities. You're all doing a full rest.
You're gonna fucking need it.
Christian, while you were gone, were your ears burning because we were talking about you. I had brought up, and this is only if you're interested. I know that your character knows some information that you, last time you had spoken, were interested in sharing with Jiren. Did you want to do that now?
I mean, it would have been a thing of like, if he's ready to hear the other bits of information, but Christian needs to grab the papers.
Yeah, you can RP that now if you'd like. Just once we enter combat, it's gonna be really hard to get any of that in there, baby. It's gonna be real hard.
Yes, here we go.
Do you guys want to see something kind of dumb but fun?
I mean, kind of
course.
always.
If you're on Roll20,
fuck are
the
my notes?
only thing that I think
see
is like
this.
really fun and cool
I literally have written down here.
is the like spell things. Do you see?
This isn't.
Oh yeah, I'm aware.
Yes, I've been seeing it. I didn't know if that was you or not. Also, these notes, I wrote Gone Girl, parentheses spirit. I don't know what that means.
I just
That's
Gone Girl,
fantastic. That's so. I love it. I love it.
parentheses spirit.
56 and then 1.
What is room on left was a writer? What?
Crushing it.
Bro,
with
your
those
notes be
bud.
wild.
Very fun though.
Oh, I did write. Elvina makes dumb deal with her auntie Poltergeist.
Yeah.
These do good
Don't
facts.
disrespect Elisanya. You guys know that she's your op. Every time I play Elisanya, I do feel like I am on While and Out, and I am doing an independent roast.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey, could you roll that for me, bud? Send me
It's
what
not
you got.
adding anything, right?
Nothing. You had nothing. Beautiful.
What a time to be alive.
Immaculate.
Why did I have to bring her up?
Immaculate.
I say we kill Elvina at this point.
What did you just roll?
Do you remember when she got possessed?
Oh, bro, I'm so here for it.
Wait, I thought that got cleared up.
No.
No,
In fact,
you
I think I
thought.
made it worse.
You thought.
I think
No.
I made it worse.
No. That was the catalyst to cause the whole possession in the first place type of thing. Because then Elvina goes crazy because of that and starts strangling Bones. But what I was saying is like, didn't you do turn undead or some shit? Where it basically.
I can. That was before the deal was made.
No. Oh, you're right.
Mhm.
Still dumb.
I could still probably make her. I mean, actually, I don't know. That's Haley's discretion on how that pact works. I inquire no further.
She is typing up a storm right now.
No further
Werewolf.
inquiries, Your Honor?
David, what have I told you? What do you remember?
The last thing I think we talked about was obviously Skinnis being my father, your mentor father figure stole me at Strahd's behest and brought me to the material plane and gave me to Silas.
And then I think I told you Skenos is your father.
Yes, and I believe I lost my shit and almost punched a fox.
I think I told you more about the werewolves, correct? Like what the whole deal is, or I might not have. That wasn't like even that big of a deal. That one was just kind of like, oh, here's some also information about the werewolves in Barovia.
I know
like
they're
one
Shar
off
based.
Well, it's the
I believe if that was the.
No.
Why is Discord shitting the bed?
I don't know. Funny story,
Next
TeamSpeak
page.
3 finally got an update and now kind of looks like a Discord knockoff. And,
What does?
TeamSpeak 3, I don't know if you ever
Oh, yeah, I've
used
heard about it.
TeamSpeak.
I've used TeamSpeak before.
I used TeamSpeak
It
before
got-
Discord was a thing, and apparently they're making a comeback now with the new UI.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's looking
It
nice.
actually,
Exactly
this
like
this
Discord.
looks kind of this, because before I remember it being just kind of like a list of voice chats that you could join.
Yes. And now
Yeah.
Like you couldn't even really type.
it's cool
I think
now.
TeamSpeak has been coming back because of some big choices by Discord to
Yeah, Discord.
Hire-
CEO.
it was the COO. The COO is now the former CEO of Blizzard, who was the one that spearheaded loot boxes, microtransactions, paying for every single little thing you could fucking push out of their customers. Now that's the person who owns Discord, or who is running the money of Discord.
And at some point in time, Discord does plan on becoming public, so that you can own stock in them. But who knows? We'll see. We'll see how it shapes out. But we could be moving to TeamSpeak.
Dude, that would be such a long ass fucking progression because the amount of people that use Discord is crazy.
It would be, but Discord has been getting more and more corporate in a way that it's not been awesome.
Towards the beginning of this session, we were asked to roll a initiative. Did you need those?
Yes, Haley does need those initiative ones.
Okay.
Probably.
Okay, I shall
I
roll.
was like, she did ask.
I did.
I got.
I asked
Okay,
for
so when
things
you
I
ask
need
us
all
to
the
do a
time.
thing, should we do the thing?
Yeah, should we do that then?
I got an 18, Haley.
I'll just write it down. Hold on.
I think it's the highest
said
initiative
mine
I've
was a
ever gotten
14.
before.
I think so too.
Thaddeus
I think that's the
got a
highest initiative I've ever
12.
rolled.
Shift. Jaren got an 18.
Super
shit.
ridiculous.
You can
Okay.
do it.
Babe, what'd you get?
You got mine, right?
Okay.
So in game, I
I'm
would
so
have
sorry.
I was like in game, I would have asked Jaren, like at some point, about if he is ready to hear anything else. Would learning more maybe help facilitate the change you're wanting to do with your subclass?
Would you
Possibly.
do this around Hope or when Jaren is isolated by
Oh,
himself?
I am not insane. Obviously, isolated. Yeah, I was like, I think Aeolus would know fucking better because, like,
I think
Well,
didn't
they,
we
like-
talk about like, because I knew you were going to miss the week after, like her for this week, and we said that me and you would talk on the way to Argynvost as a way of like keeping it between us and to have a private conversation
I think that's literally,
as we walk.
like what it was. It was like
So-
either on the way to these druids or on the way to Argynvost. One of
So-
those things, and I couldn't remember exactly when.
We rewind time to being back on the road, trudging through snow. Thaddeus has this very nice cart. You have another cart. We can say that atop the cart is Jaren at the reins, or Aeolus at the reins, whichever your preference is, but you both ride
It
atop
would definitely
this
be
cart.
It would probably be me.
Adjacent to each other, the cold is bearing down on your skin and your lips feel kind of chapped.
Malachi,
I won't
what did you
immediately
roll?
like ask. Goodbye.
Devin, what did you
Oh.
roll? Sorry.
Oh, I rolled a 21.
21.
Yo.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah,
4.
I already got that.
I had a-
Oh, you already got them? Oh, my bad, my bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I
I was
rolled.
just writing it all down.
I've actually got everybody's. So on top of the cart, we have Aeolus and Jaren sitting adjacent to each other in the cold air.
I'll just simply ask. Before all of this, I'll say, so, how are you doing? How are you processing? I assume not with as much anger.
I mean, I don't know. Really, I mean, what I saw in that vision with the Lich, and I think I'm focused. I think that's where my brain needs to be, but I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay.
Would you like to hear potentially more? Like, ready to hear more? Because I do have more. It's not about your father, per se. Adjacent is more apt of a description.
I don't think I'd be ready for most things. I haven't been ready for most things that we've learned and seen here, so I don't see why that would start now. But tell me anyways.
So, from what my vision, well, not vision, my interaction with Hades also showed me was, and told me that the Barovian werewolves typically have their children fight to the death, and who the victor eat the other child. So it's more or less about the Barovian werewolves a little bit, as kind of like adjacent to your father. I just kind of wanted to say that so you can clearly see that that culture is not who you are.
No. I don't think that way. Just take a big breath. No, I don't think that what I've learned about my father so far is in his culture and this place. This may be where I was born, but this is not. He kind of looks around at the snow and the barren trees. This isn't me. I don't.
So there's another thing.
Another one. You're not telling me?
There's a few. So I'll switch it to something that's not necessarily all on you or all to do with you. Again, just more adjacent, and it actually has to do. It involves me a little bit. So I think we've established that you vaguely remember we'll say my father, Alton Asfin.
To a degree.
Even if it was just in passing.
For
So I found out
context,
that he's. Sorry, go ahead.
real quick, for context, Jaren, you would have seen him briefly interact a few times with your uncle. In passing, they would have had secret, brash arguments. They are both members of the Cursebane Order, which is an order of hunters. But he would have been the only drow that you would have ever seen
Right.
until you met Drac.
Right.
Continue. So sorry.
So the more I found out, Alton Asfin's actually Vistani. And he was the one who killed my parents, birth parents, because they were dark magic users. Still processing that one. But Alton Asfen was charged with going in and out of Barovia, specifically to kill your birth dad. And he said he wouldn't because he already felt awful about delivering a child, you, to him to kind of just indoctrinate you into the order that you belong to. And then Cyrus killed Alton Asfen.
You
Again,
look
no
at
processing.
Jaren? Or are you just staring
No,
like down?
No, literally, what Christian is doing, staring down at
Yeah,
the
yeah.
doing this.
You're just fiddling with his
1,000 yard stare.
Yeah. No, I think there is in my mind both of these characters are just like you're down into your thumbs, and I am just straight ahead. I think just listening. I just let you talk.
And then now Christian could be misremembering this, and Christian's notes could be all fucky.
Tracks.
Can you deafen yourself real quick, David? Just to be safe. So I have written down Wolf out there hunting Jaren's daughter. Is that true? Did I write that correctly? Because I don't remember.
I think that this is a presumption that you have made. There was a wolf that did return and watch them. I think that Jaren would also presume that there's a wolf hunting.
Okay,
his
then
daughter,
we're not
so
going to
if
bring that
that's
one
how
up. 'Cause it doesn't
Aeolus-
okay.
If that's how Aeolus interpreted that, but you did see a vision of this great wolf coming in and watching Jaren over and over again.
No, Jaren's daughter.
Jaren's daughter, excuse me. Yes.
Okay, I was like,
sweet,
whew.
our sweet Princessa Isabel.
Isabel.
Yes.
Okay,
You can
yeah.
choose to share that. You can choose not to. But if that's how Aeolus would have interpreted that, you can absolutely phrase it that way. But that would have not been my phrasing.
Should I just say that there's a wolf watching your daughter?
In the vision that you saw, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Are we ready for him to come back?
I saw. He saw. Okay, I just wanted to get clarification on a thing, so I did not word it very poorly to make Jaren immediately angry. Because I think
No,
this
you're
would have
good.
also, to be fair, if you would have known this before, it might have subsequently changed how you interacted with your wife and daughter a little bit more. So, and I'll say, also during this, I've kind of seen a wolf somehow watching over or watching your daughter in some form or way, and I don't know in what way. I couldn't sense any malice, more just keeping a keen eye out, and I don't know what that's supposed to show or who it was or if it was anything or if it was representative of Saloon. I'm not entirely sure.
Jaren, you remember Aeolus being touched by God.
Mhm.
You have had interactions with Saloon that are similar but very, very different. She's never physically touched you before. But
Just
the
looked at
time
me.
when her power touched you, it was incredibly painful and you were borderline delirious. It was awful. You can imagine that Aeolus might have been in and out of these visions with little sense, essentially.
I'm not entirely certain that I quite understand the last part. That
Neither
could
do I, but
be-
I just wanted to tell you because I didn't want to leave anything out, especially
You
when it
s-
pertains to you.
You said you saw a wolf watching over her, or
A
some.
wolf of some sort, yes.
Did it have any features, or I mean, if can you any details?
Haley, do I remember any details?
Yeah, perfect timing for
I
questions.
can't. I was like, my
You
notes
do,
are not like that. We were doing it quick, so I was like shorthanded.
You do. This wolf watching her in the distance. When you saw this vision of Hope, she was talking to Cyrus, and as she was walking away, there was a wolf watching her from the woods. It was jet black. It had these yellow, like borderline painted eyes, like they were sort of glowing. The wolf was hidden in this brush, but this wolf was watching her, waiting to see the choice that she made.
By the way, this is how I'm describing this wolf to you.
Yeah, no, I
I'm like,
fully
I'm not going to
figured.
describe it perfectly.
As Aeolus, yeah.
Real quickly, Jaren, I need you to make an intelligence check for me. General intelligence check. This DC is going to be pretty high.
Oh, I'm so bad at those. Give me 1 second. All right. Oh no, that's gonna be bad. $18 plus 0?
18 is really good.
Hey, solid. Take the win.
Jaren, as Aeolus is describing this conversation, you have also had a similar vision of what you think is the same conversation, except
Yeah.
it wasn't a wolf who was watching her. You imagine that these two creatures
Yeah.
might have been there at the same time, like they converged,
Mhm.
or you can come to any conclusions that you like. But this wolf was in Aeolus's vision of a conversation that was being had, and from a different perspective, that lich was also watching her as well to see what decision that she would make.
I think Jaren takes the time to kind of fully process what has been said. No, I'm not mad. The things that you said aren't. I think Jaren kind of chuckles like once to himself and says, "Thank you for telling me these things. I know I can be brash, angry, irrational.
You'll say impulsive under his breath.
Yeah, that too. Trust me. But we got impulsiveness in droves around here. I mean, even the little one takes after you in that." As I kind of nod, as I not nod at you, but nod in the direction where we're going. But I appreciate you sharing these things with me. And I'm not going to say I'm sorry. I'm not going to say that it was a good thing. Your relation with your father figure is your own to figure. But I will say that if you need someone to talk to about that, like you do now, you're always allowed to talk to me.
Thank you. Currently, I'm just still trying to process it myself before having any actual thoughts on it. The whole thing.
Well,
When I do feel like talking, I'm sure I will come to you to talk.
kind of smiles with just like no teeth, just ever so slightly under his very long. At this point, he hasn't shaved. It's been like a couple months since they've been here, and it's just long, bushy beard, or getting like a thicker, bushy beard. Well, we still got a couple days till we're back, and you got a lot of time. So, hold on, I think I got something. Thaddeus, you got my bag in there?
Hold on. We gotta bring out the southern drawl.
Get in the accent, bitch. No, I'm joking.
Gotta get that southern drawl.
Hey, southern drawl. Ladies and gentlemen.
Let me check. I checked around.
Let me be clear.
Grab your bag.
No, not Obama.
Let me be clear.
Yeah. Here's your bag, and
I'm gonna like reach. Is there like a hole in the front, or do I have to reach?
Like a little hole.
Okay. I'll reach back and I'll just reach into the pack, and I pull out a small tome, bound in black leather, and has very nicely cut pages. This looks to be an older book, well worn, well handled, but is preserved to the best of Jaren's ability, despite the predicaments he gets himself into. Where this book come from doesn't matter too much, and he thinks of a man that was like his father that gave him this book, and the feelings that come with that. This is it's a bit of not quite a prayer book or religious studies, but it does have stories of the gods and some prayers to them. It was almost like not a children's book, but folk tales, stories. I think you might find one in here a bit interesting, so in your own time, take it. And I'm going to give you this book.
I will take it, and I will simply say, thank you. I will definitely try to read or just go through the book and just kind of gather what I can.
All right.
Amazing.
Think fast. And I'm going to attempt to push Aeolus off of the cart into the snow.
Cute.
I will.
Hey, let's make a dexterity saving throw.
I
Jaren.
was about to say, do you want me to make an acro one? How do you want me to do this?
Yes.
Make a strength check. You can actually you can contest this with acrobatics or strength if you would like. We'll make this a contested.
I can tell you right now, it won't be athletics.
You can choose acrobatics or athletics, Jaren, to shove, or strength. Actually, it's just brute strength. I'm crazy.
What am I rolling? A straight just dex or acro?
It's acro.
Okay, so what did you roll, David?
What did you roll?
I asked first, bitch.
What did you roll, Aeolus?
I don't want to say.
He fell.
Roll.
He rolled
fell
a
off
6.
the cart.
I don't want to say, depending on what you roll.
What did you roll?
We're contesting here, David. Say it.
Alan and Kat,
Say it
you guys
in
need to go look.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go 3, 2, 1, and then I'm gonna say it, and we'll both say it at the
Well,
same time.
actually,
Okay?
because there's a Discord delay, let me do the count off. That way you guys can.
Hey, that works.
Yeah. All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
13.
15.
Oh.
So close.
Okay. So I was like,
Aeolus-
I'm gonna fucking just be yeeted into a tree. I literally was just like, if David rolls like semi good, I'm just like getting
Nah.
full force yeet. I rolled like shit. I have a plus
is-
acro.
I was
I
saying,
rolled
if
a F in David.
So my intention and the way that I go about pushing you is like as you kind of take the book and like if you go to put it away for later, he's gonna kind of just look at you and see a face. How old is Aeolus? I can't quite remember. Has it been said?
No, it has not.
Aeolus was in his early 20s.
I'll say looks.
I
I'll
appear
say.
to be my early
Okay.
20s,
He
but you
looks-
also know that I had a staff that was prolonging
That's
people's
true.
lives.
That is true.
So,
That is true.
no.
But you look 20, and I think his brain. I think Jaren doesn't even think about the staff. It's more just looking at a young person with a troubled past and a sense of heart, but not always knows how to direct it. At least that's kind of how he sees you, and he sees himself in you in some ways as a younger version of himself. Just thinks, I wish someone would have joked with me. And then he just doesn't take his arm because he knows he would launch you off, like really off the cart, but does take his very broad shoulders and just think fast and just moves it, like shoulder checks you from the side to just fall off.
Yeah, you hit the powdery snow, but it is a gentle toss. It is not done with malice or the intent to hurt you, so you don't take any damage. But you do hit ass on some powdery snow. You're a little wet as you return to the cart, and we fly forward. It is daytime. Godfrey brings you, Aeolus, and Drew breakfast. He makes a weird face at the image of him on the wall, but he just keeps going. Bones, Elvina will bring you breakfast real quick. Thaddeus, as you wake up, Zuri comes to you, and she brings you a bracelet.
Oh.
You're getting dressed for the day, and she approaches you, and she's got a like very simple golden bracelet.
Oh, why, thank you. This is a lovely bracelet.
I wanted you to have it, you know. This bracelet was my Luvash's, and he said that it brought him great luck.
I'll keep it close, and I'll just latch it onto my wrist.
You feel really lucky with this bracelet on. This bracelet has 3 charges. It is a reroll. After you see the results of the die, once those charges are spent, you have no more. But she will present it to you. This isn't a real bracelet. This is Luvash's bracelet, is what this is titled. But it essentially gives you a reroll X3.
Nice.
You may only use 1 charge of it a day, and then once all 3 charges are gone, they are gone. But she will present it to you.
It brought Luvash a lot of luck, and you may also need that luck.
I appreciate it. I'll return the favor one day.
Yay! She walks away, still very much heartbroken. Elvina, as you wake up, Bones. All right, I've got our rations. I've got breakfast. I've got beans, can o' beans.
All rations.
Yeah, this is your ration side, and this much larger bit of rations is for me.
Who said that you were coming?
Oh,
Oh, I guess I just thought that I would. You need somebody to protect you, you know, keep you safe.
I don't need anyone to protect me. I will go get my daughter, who you brought here,
ooh.
and take her home myself. Thank you. And I think she'll just get up and leave the tent after
Damn.
grabbing the rations. Because she does need
Um,
those.
Bones stares after you, but before you go to turn, make an insight check.
That's crazy. I heard that dice roll from inside my room.
11.
Bones is a really easy read. The DC is not high. He looks like he's been shot in the chest. He cannot breathe quickly enough to respond to your jest, and instead he was on his knees presenting to you the rations. He kind of drops back on his palm, and he freezes within your guys' tent. I'm assuming that sheets and stuff are jostled from the night before when you guys were definitely boning, but he sort of falls back, and his eyes sort of meet the ground as you exit your tent, Elvina. Man, Elvina, it feels good to walk around. Your skin is, as you touch your fingertips to your palms, your skin feels tight. You feel young and refreshed. What good sleep you must have had.
I think that I'm taking in the camp again.
Yeah. There are a bunch of dusk elves here, Elvina. As you scan your eyes over them, make a history check.
Uh-oh.
15.
Elvina, you know the names of every single one of these elves. Now isn't the time, but later might just be. As you survey the camp, Salvage approaches you sort of limping. One of his arms is missing. One of his legs is of course missing. He has the alternate arm propped up as he sort of scurries over to you with his it's you use it to move. Crutch! Jesus Christ! As he scurries over to you with his crutch, and he says, "Oh, Elvina, before you leave." He bows to you. But before you leave, if you would be so kind, we have an high elder who would like to speak to you before you go. Elvina, you do not want to talk to a high elder. Certainly not.
No thanks, I don't think that's worth my time.
I forgot how cunty. And not in a great way. Fucking Elfina sometimes.
I understand. I understand, milady. It is. I wish you great luck on your journey. Good day. He's kind of scampers away, feeling he must retreat. As you all come together, the carriage is being prepared. Malachi, you wake up, and you all are together at the carriage. You see Godfried is loading up some blankets onto the carriage. Before you leave, Jaren, Hope will come and she'll give you a massive hug, and she'll say, "Holding the kiss for later, should you survive, of course." And she will do a deep bow as she begins shouting at some strangers to direct the stones into the center foyer.
As she goes off, as I know she will be a tyrant whether I say so or not, I think as I embrace her and I pull back, both of my arms are kind of on her biceps, like, curled around the back. I go, just remember to take a breath every now and again. Not everyone runs 15 miles. And I kind of look at some of the boy who is limping away on his crutch from the dusk end. And I'm like, not all of us can, run marathons and then do another one the day after.
No, they can't, but they certainly can try. As she turns and begins to move again very rapidly. She's an Aaron. Yes, she is fast as fuck.
Yeah,
She's moving
yeah.
around.
Atta girl.
Aeolus, before you leave, Drew will give you a huge hug, the biggest hug ever, as she will whisper and promise to try to not take things if it's too easy to take them, and will instead try very hard to take things that are very hard to get.
And then I'll also say, about like promising me that, and I'll say, and if it's easy, or if it's kind of hard-ish to get it in the first place, make sure you then try to get it back safely without them noticing, to give yourself an even greater challenge.
Yes, of course, we take and then we return back to the people, like I
Yes,
Robin Hood.
but sneakily.
Yes, of course. And she will scamper about with Godfried as you are all loading up the carriage. You are noticeably short one Bones. This is the other carriage.
Yeah.
This is not Thaddeus's carriage. Thaddeus's carriage is still out a ways.
Yeah, so Malachi will as we're kind of finishing packing up, I'll turn to Elvina and go like, all right, I think we got enough food for the trip. If you could just call the big guy, I think we can head out.
We don't need him.
Are we all around here?
What do you mean we don't need him? He is a big guy who can hit very hard. Would be a massive help. And I know he wants to come.
I would doubt that, mate, but if you want to try, more power to you, I guess.
I mean, we could
I want
really use him. I mean,
Although I
Malachi has
guess you need all the help
point.
that you could get, huh? You've let Tink down quite a few times.
Elvina, what's your
That's-
problem?
I'm just ready to get a move on.
Can I kind of look at Elvina and like try to like see where her mind is?
I think Elvina right now looks very bored and is honestly just like cleaning her nails with a knife.
No insight check needed. Elvina looks like she's frustrated with the frame of questions. And she seems very droll when she says that we won't need Bones. Like the idea that we could potentially need him is preposterous.
I use that, I think we pre-established that, like that open link that me and Elvina kind of share to some degree.
Mhm.
And like, I think just kind of look at, you see a not a disconcerting, but a look of that is trying to insight you basically, of being like, what's happening here? And you hear in your head, you go, you all right? What's wrong?
Typey, tippy, type.
Tippy tappy, tippy tappy.
You just hear in your head, help! Fuck! I'm stuck.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Get out of my head!
Sorry, hold on one second.
No,
So
take your
much.
time. Take your time.
Malachi is like kind of like recoils a bit when you mention letting Tink down, cause like, ouch, and not wrong. But is like, I'm gonna go find Bones. I know cause obviously I had that conversation with Bones yesterday. Bones not coming would be a huge reversal of that conversation.
Yeah.
Malachi's gonna try and seek him out and find him.
Inside of Elvina's head, it's just, I think, her daughter at this point. She just wants to get to her.
I think I
I
can
mean, do
feel
you-
that. Like,
Okay, never mind.
I was like, I'm going to assume I can kind of feel that thought of only your daughter, and back into your head. We'll find her, but don't start attacking people the moment we fucking leave. We're going to go get his family. What? If something else is wrong, then you need to fucking speak up.
Nothing's wrong.
Does my ring go off? Does my ring glow when you say nothing's wrong?
Your ring doesn't glow when she says nothing's wrong.
Whoa!
But it does when she says that she's worried about her daughter, which is alarming to Jaren on many levels. Godfrey approaches you all and says, "Don't die. You're all good soup. I think we've established that. And please come back. Don't leave me here with them." He just points back to everyone as he wishes you all a well and goodbye. As you all.
So I said that I'm going to look for Bones and try and get him to come.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Go ahead and look around for Bones. Where are you going to look for Bones?
I
She
mean,
just
I
she just
imagine.
screaming,
I imagine
"Bones!"
I'm Bones. No, I imagine
Just around the camp.
starting at Elvina and Bones' tent, and then looking around from there.
Yeah, absolutely. As you go to Elvina and Bones' tent, you see that there are like wine glasses, sort of half full and kind of discarded in one area. You see a stack of Bones' personal effects that he clearly had collected from one small child. You see some of the similar blankets that you were given by Hope sort of thrown about, but Bones is not here.
God damn it. Really could have fucking used that guy. Is there any kind of like check around I can make to see if I find him nearby, or is he just or is she just gone?
Make a perception check.
Okay. 15.
15 is pretty good.
Let me roll for Bones.
He has actively jumped off the building.
Yeah.
Bones is dead.
When you are walking around looking for Bones, you are briefly jostled on your shoulder. Someone has run into you, and you look back, and it is Bones. He is just walking idly. Sorry about that, mate. My bad.
Hey, we're about to go. You're coming, right?
I don't want to be in any of your guys' way. You know.
Since when have you ever been in the way? You are very strong, and listen, I don't know what the hell went on between you and Elvina last night. I would like you to come and help me and help with my family.
He looks up at you. Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Fair. Persuasion. One. Okay. Oh, that's wild. I rolled 2 17s.
Wow.
7.
So it's a 21 total.
Oh yeah, let's get it.
Let's go.
A 20 is the DC.
Oh no, sorry. It's a 20. Here, you can look at the digital if you don't believe me, but it's actually a 24.
Okay, perfect. I believe
24.
you. I believe you.
Oh my bad. It's
20
actually higher than what I
It's
said.
funnier than
20 is the
24.
DC, so either way, you did exceed that DC. He looks down and he looks up at you and he says,
I don't want you to. Fuck. I don't want you to have to fight for your family alone.
let me get my shit. And he pulls up his pants and he runs in one direction.
Pulls up his pants.
He puts a belt on He comes back. He's still make an insight check. Make an insight check.
Yeah. Wow. Hey, you know what? Third 17 in a row. That's wild.
Wow.
That is just 17 though.
Honest, Bones is an easy read. DC's always tend to read Bones. Very easy read.
Mm.
Bones looks like he is in pain. When you ask him to come, he like briefly sort of squeezes his eyes as he blinks, like he is hurting. You don't know what the content of Elvina and Bones' conversation was, but it looked jovial last night. But
Yeah.
whatever has happened from the course of
He's
last night to this
hurting.
morning, he looks like shit.
As we're kind of walking towards the carriage, I go, hey, if you wanna talk, we can talk. If you wanna come and hit stuff, then I know where you can hit a lot of stuff really hard.
Much to your chagrin, Elvina, you do see, after a few moments, jauntering behind Malachi, the blonde one, you see that there is Bones in his glory. He does approach you.
I walk up to you, Elvina. I go, he's coming with us, and if you have a problem with that, you have a problem with me.
I think that she'll just roll her eyes, and well, I'm riding in the different cart then.
You two take the front. I'll go in the back with her.
Yeah.
I am absolutely, like, I'm looking back at Bones like, what? Weren't you guys chill last night? What is happening?
Jaren is just staring at Elvina.
But at this point, Malachi is too nervous about what is going on with the Wizard of the Wines, and now that Bones is with us, just wants to go.
You all load up into the cart, Elvina and Jaren, and I'm assuming Thaddeus also inside with Aeolus in there as well, and Bones and Malachi at the helm. You're only taking this carriage. I'm assuming that you are leaving the other to house our vampire friend. Okay, perfect. You guys know where you're going. Malachi appropriately is at the helm because Malachi knows how to get to the Wizard of the Wines.
Yep.
And we begin our journey. Is there anything that you guys would like to do during the journey? I'm assuming so. I have combat planned. But if we would like to roleplay, man, we can roleplay.
No, I don't think there's anything roleplay worthy going on right now.
I forgot about something, and then I was reminded of that thing, and then it happened. I have to pee so fast. Hold on.
You're good.
Okay, let's have a communal bio break.
Communal bio break. Bio break. I finally get to use it again. Restroom break.
Alan.
What?
Mishi's messaging me about the PC.
Oh.
Oh wait, you're streaming.
That's okay.
Okay. Oh yeah, she's messaging me about it.
Nice.
She's like, so are all of those parts in stock? I'm like, well, funny you should ask. I just need these 3 things and then I have everything.
Yep, pretty much. Just need fan. Case.
We have a day of travel till we get there, right? Like we have another night's rest, or is it?
Oh yeah, 110%. Yes, we do.
I was going to say, what if Thaddeus, he's not really one to be clumsy, but what if he clumsily, like, stepped on Elvina's shoe or something, trying to get a little bit more of this, and then I was just gonna roll. Yeah. See, I was just gonna like, kind of play off that and be like, huh, she's acting a little different from the time that I've met her.
I think if you look at Jaren, he is like fully like the look on his face is clear as day. Is what is wrong with you? Like what is this? Like I don't fucking understand. Also, with me changing,
don't have anything to really kind of undo with this trance that she's in.
What services do you have? You have Venmo, Cash App, PayPal?
Yes, but hold on, Christian. Let me message you something real quick. Because there might be a way that we can save some extra dollars for...
Oh, I was already looking at the some of the one of the case like when I was on Micro Center site. One of the things had like an open box, and I was gonna save like $20 or something like that, but it didn't have a controller. If that's what you're talking about.
No, I was looking at these. Hold on, let me send them to you. These fans. There's a 3-pack of fans that are absolutely banging. That's the wrong person. I almost sent that to Devin.
Well, do you not remember, like, we talked about how she was able to control everything from, like, one app?
I mean, with these, she would be able to.
Through Lian Lee?
Not through Lian Lee, that's right.
Yeah, that was the other thing. I was like,
Okay,
otherwise
yeah.
I would have saved the money easily.
Yeah,
And I asked her. I was like, we can do other things. You just wouldn't be able to use the app. Because I wasn't going to lie to her and say, like, oh, you can use the app. Or you just have to get a few different things.
Yeah, no, those
no.
those fans I just sent you are literally the Lian Lee SL version. They also click in together, so like there's literally one cable for each fan. It would have been so nice. But yeah, no, if she wants to be able to control it all from the Lian Lee app, yeah, absolutely got to go with the Lian Lee fans.
Sadly, yes. Just to simplify it.
Yeah.
Also, I meant to say earlier, with my change, I also get new spells from other spell lists. Some of these are cash. I'm not like I got Major Image, which is super convincing and very fun to play with. And like if I cast it, once we get 5th level spells, I can cast it and it just acts on its own. I don't have to concentrate on it.
Nice.
I also get hallucinatory terrain. I can make a 150-foot cube look like different terrain.
Dang.
So why
That's
is
pretty
it-
crazy.
or is that like- is
Kat,
that like
I
a
just
thing
want to
that you have in that
say, this energy, the energy you've entered into
Oh,
the studio
good.
today is so good.
So good.
You're channeling the mean girl of it all, and I'm really digging it.
I'm really trying, man.
She's really not. This is just Kat if she was unhindered.
No filter, no filter, no inhibitions.
Yes!
Just fuck you
I was like-
energy all day.
Kat is so good at playing a mean
Emmy
girl.
right now.
Kat is so good at playing a mean girl because it's just like part of her.
Regina George, who? Me, bitch.
I have this.
I
Oh,
like
sorry.
prepped a 5-hour combat. Like I sat for 5 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours secularly, and I was like, big combat. I've got like my printed sheets, my beautiful, gorgeous.
That'll be
printed
great for
sheets.
next time.
It'll be great for next time.
You've done so
It
much work
is-
for next time.
Listen, it is a sign that you have really good players if you cannot reach your story beats because the story is happening.
Storying.
We
Yeah.
like to talk. We like to talk.
Listen,
There's a
I
reason
love
why the
my
combat
little-
for David's campaign took 3 sessions.
I love
Hey
my
man, that's
little-
also just me. Like I like to sit in it.
Yeah.
My role players role play, and I respect that. So on top of the cart, we have a going through it bones. Bones.
Yes, thank you so much for getting
Bones is-
litter all over yourself after you got a bath today.
Bones
Love
looks
it.
like he needs an SOS hotline stat. Malachi, it is not like what Elvina said did not sting.
Yeah.
Her words ring in your ears. Can Tink even really count on you? After all, you haven't necessarily been great at saving anybody in the past. Inside the cart, There's some tension here. There's some awkward tension here. We have Jaren, Aeolus, Thaddeus, and Alvina all sitting in close quarters inside this ridiculously velvet-lined. Thaddeus, what does the cart look like? Please describe it.
Oh, it is so ornate. I mean, we're talking top dollar. This is like a if you had to put a monetary value on this cart, it's probably 10,000 gold. It's
Jesus.
it's so nice. It's coated with gold. Any part that's metal would just be solid gold. Everything else is studded with those nice gold studs, and red velvet just lined the inside. It is so comfy. It honestly looks like a car from the 70s, you know, that shag carpet, but like
Yes.
more elegant than that.
The
It's
vibe
just
inside
silk
of here
to
is
the
giving
touch.
MTV's Pimp My Ride.
Yes.
So what are the shocks like?
Oh, you don't even feel it. You don't even feel the bumps. It's just, hey, we're sitting.
You all are sitting in here as the ride begins. The trot, the familiar trot of the horses, as they begin their journey,
Let's go.
trotting away. You all are inside this carriage looking at each other. I'm assuming that Alvina is filing her nails. Aeolus, what are you doing in this carriage? Aeolus is playing with his cat.
Sorry,
I came
our
back.
kitty just did a poopy and it got stuck to her, so
Aww,
we had to.
Oh,
We literally just gave all of the cats a bath too, so that's great.
That's fantastic. What do you mean? She knew she was clean and wanted herself dirty again. How could you? How dare you?
How
clean
dare
her?
we clean her?
It's just crazy
Dirty
that Sage
cat.
is just like, all right, I'm in baby mode. Sage is in baby mode the whole time you play D&D.
Dude, she slept for like 8 hours yesterday when I was dying, and like today, it's just nonstop. I'm gonna kill everybody's feet.
That's
So
the
good,
vibe.
though. So good though. Oh, okay, we're still.
Yeah, well, we would still be in. This is fine.
Bro, did you guys know they remapped Oblivion?
Yes,
No way.
Wait, remap the what?
remastered.
Remastered.
Oblivion.
Oh,
I just, guys, I worked so hard on this map today. I was
I'm
trying
so
to
sorry.
figure out Fog of War, and it just wasn't working for me. I just can't get you guys to see the map with the Fog of War on it. But I found some really cool art.
Let's go. I'm excited. Your work will not go unnoticed or
unappreciated.
unused. Unappreciated too. It's
Yeah,
like,
it will also certainly be used, it just might not be today.
that's why I was like,
No.
I've
Oh,
had
most definitely will not be.
I had our 3 sessions of gameplay as like, oh, this might take like to get to here. This might take like 2 sessions, and then like at the end it'll be a big reveal of session 2, and it was like, oh, we haven't even talked of the fucking Elder or the Jar Boy or the Lantern Sister, and I was like, oh, we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk a lot, and I'm here for it. Don't
You're
worry.
chatty.
If anyone is not okay with that pace, please speak up. We can move things forward. That's okay. But I also
no, I'm just kidding.
I like to talk.
I love the way that roleplay slows everything down. I also like the DM in me is like, wow, these 2 people have been talking for a while. I gotta give this person an opportunity to talk to someone. So then I'm like, and this NPC comes up to you and says, fart,
Yeah.
fart, fart, fart. And you guys have a
As it goes.
conversation. Yeah.
I would like
Oh
to
my
apologize,
gosh.
kind of making it centered around me for the first part of the session.
No, you
So
were
sorry.
absent.
Oh.
Didn't have
absent
poop.
literally for a whole session. It was
That's
all
lame.
about them last session. You needed your time, buddy. It's okay to take your time.
Also, like, it's a part of the story that needs to be explored, so it's not even like here's a filler side thing that no one really needed to know. It's like these are 2 people that are very intrinsically connected that you knew but I didn't know, and it's like, this is something that needs to happen, which then culminated in a bonding roleplay experience and then your ass in the snow.
I'm doing
So-
a slow burn on
Yeah.
Godfried and Aeolus, so we really gotta.
I love it. I'm so here for it.
It's literally like what's so crazy is
So
we're
good.
gonna build this up. Haley's like secretly working behind the scenes. She's gonna build it up, and then Godfrey's gonna die or he's gonna lose another lover. I'm like, God damn it! Why do we do that to this man?
This poor innocent man.
This man
He's so
came back
sweet.
from the dead, and now
He's
he's
so sweet.
dying again or losing his fucking.
Or the third worst option, porque no los dos, you both die or you both kill each
Hey.
other.
Oh no, not Romeo and Juliet.
You know, I love when you guys are like, this poor character. It's me. It's me the whole time. It's me.
Oh, I love it.
Walk in. We're inside the fucking carriage. It's 10:14.
Oh, side note, before we go, I'm doing this just so it can be a little fun. Before we left, I saw the little kid on the Dusk Elf with crutches,
Yes.
and I gave him a very small bean.
Ooh,
And I said,
mean.
and I told him that when we leave, I want you to find somewhere that is open with adult supervision.
Oh, David, what the fuck?
Mean.
Okay.
No, it's
Now
the
it doesn't have to be
exploding beans,
rolled. It can
Alan.
be
The
whatever you
exploding
want
one.
it to be. It's just how you feel about it as a DM. If you want to roll the dice, or if you want to have a narrative thing, I'm putting it in your field.
So Arden's
Creamy.
also in the sky now.
Yeah.
It's called Skygenvast.
Oh, guys, we're in Zelda now.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
absolutely.
We're in Skyward Sword.
Savage takes it and he bows. It says, "Oh, why, thank you, sir. If you could have a chat with Elvina, when she returns, it would be most important for her to speak to the High Elder, if she's willing."
Important is what do you mean?
I'm afraid it is not my place. It is a story of a. It is no matter. It is a people to people matter, as we are all of the same kind.
All right, I'll let her know. All right, go on. I believe my wife is on her way over here to give you chores, so I would leave.
He moves with a speed you've never seen.
He
He's like,
throws the crutches and starts running.
He actually grew his leg back. It's crazy.
I heard it grow.
He's like super sane gimping. He's like, I don't want to be tasked with anything. He begins gimping away rapidly, and then we return to the comfort of this ridiculously gaudy cart. You see embossed in gold letters on each like panel side, it says Thaddeus in the most eloquent fucking ridiculous like
Yeah, it looks so much
Script.
bigger on the inside than it does the outside.
Hey,
And there's
I
like
love that.
3 seats on each side, on the left and right side, with little windows, very ornate glass paintings of, I want to say, not really murals, but like kind of just Thaddeus's looking face on the sides.
you see embossed in the glass, it's just Thaddeus. Thaddeus. Very, very Thaddeus.
Now, why? I think Jaren, like, you look at, like, there's like, he's looking at all of the, like, what's the word? It's
Embezzlements. Over the
Um,
top embezzlements.
ostentatious, like the ostentation of it. Like, it's just like, this is so purposefully like in your face, and he's just like, I don't.
I think Elvina will say, "Good God, Thaddeus, are you compensating for something?"
Ceiling is a depiction of Thaddeus naked, reaching towards the sun.
It's the Michelangelo painting.
It's a
Okay,
Michelangelo
now it can't be that big.
Well, you see, you know,
I
where
don't.
where I come
look,
from, people need to know I'm coming. I have a name.
Oh
with
God!
all-
No, they don't. No, they don't. They don't. This is Christian saying this. Shut the fuck
We've
up.
already
I'm gonna
had.
punch you.
Where I'm coming from, people need to know I'm coming.
As in, you know, gallivanting through the city, you can just see my cart and know it's me.
I think like Jaren has this thing where he looks at you, and just one really slow blink, just. Where did you get the fucking money for this thing?
My family is very
Yes.
very rich, very very powerful influence in my town.
I'll be
I said
doing
fucking- I literally
what?
I literally said under my breath. By the way, Aeolus would have said sucking dick.
I
Like
just
unironically, look, because he's made those comments and jokes to Thaddeus when they first met.
True.
I
He's
just
not just gonna. They're not just gonna.
I just kind of look at you confused and be like, we've been traveling for some time. Have I not explained all the services that I provide?
Bro provides the service. I am the service.
I hand you another business
Pamphlet
card.
burning in your back pocket. A pamphlet of services burning.
I just hand you another business card and say, look on the back of that. There's quite a bit of detail describing what I do. And you just see list of like murder, tax evasion,
Bounty hunter.
along with home repairs and like fine print.
Oh shit! You can do grout.
And anything you need, I'm here to service.
So you just jack of all trades, but like just times 100.
I mean, my work is a bit more focused on a new law that I'm trying to implement across the lands. It's
Law?
it's a practice where somebody may or may not have committed a crime, and you know, people always say I didn't do it, it wasn't me. So like, how are we supposed to know? So we go to a trial, is what we're calling it, to prove whether or not this person is actually guilty of said crimes.
And you made this up.
Yes, me and my family.
I suppose. What do you mean? I mean, someone's guilty. Someone's guilty. I mean, you can.
Well, I mean, if I were to kill a random civilian on the streets and then said you did it and had the guards come and get you, does that mean you did it? Just because everyone says you're guilty?
Yeah, you have a point.
Is by the
Exactly.
way, is Malachi able to hear this, or is he like out front, like not involved?
I mean,
There is a little
there's a little-
hatch
yeah, a
that
little-
can be open. So if you would like to hear it, I would say that you can.
Yeah. I think there's some interest in the conversation, so it's open, and Malachi calls them. That seems really time-consuming. It feels like in a lot of cases, people would just rather kill the guy.
I mean, but that's why we're trying to
He has a
trying to
point.
trying to not have people murdered for something they didn't do. And they pay
mean-
a great deal of money to not be murdered. I can tell you that. Just look at the caravan.
So, I guess it's a little different for me because I can just kind of, tell when someone's lying, and I kind of like hold up my ring. So it's easier for me to play judge. Is that? My
I
brain just kind of
mean-
like stops.
I mean,
Because
it's a new practice. We're working out all the details, but it's been very successful so far in my parts of the town.
I suppose, but don't you feel now? You're going to defend anyone, whether they are guilty or not. Is that what you're?
Absolutely. It doesn't matter to me. I'm just here to make a point and see if my point's proven and get money.
I can get money to some degree.
But I've recently had a change of heart. I'm not really in it for the money anymore.
I'd say. My brain. I'm going to. I'll wait till later to do that. Actually, I look to Elvina. What is Elvina doing? Is she even paying attention to this conversation? I didn't think so.
Absolutely not.
She just lost in her own world.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to. Where is it?
I'll be like, Jaren, about your ring, it can always tell the truth, right?
Most times, yeah. And when people speak false, it bears red.
Let's do a little practice here. Elvina, is your name Elvina?
Oh, what other fucking name would it be?
Just a simple yes or no. We just need to see if his ring is correct.
Yes, my name is Elvina.
Does his ring light up?
We're playing with weird magic loops.
Haley has to think about that one for a second.
Haley raw dogging magical law. I put X over here and Z is over here, and I take a whale from the Lucidian Ocean.
This should be a simple, you know, his ring
He
shouldn't
said
light
hold
up.
briefly. You're
His
muted,
ring,
baby.
yeah, no. His ring shouldn't light up, you know, her name is Elvina, so.
Hold briefly. This would be something that she would know. I do not, so I have to.
I mean, you've seen it before. You've worked before.
I don't know, we gotta set a baseline, you know?
Understood.
There's been a lot of
There's a lot of talk here.
Haley typing ominously behind me this session.
Oh, I keep remembering that.
Does the ring currently have like a Windows loading circle?
Yes.
It's like a disco, like the Google Chrome loading
Yeah.
wheel. It's just like multicolored,
Yeah.
just going in a
The
circle.
old Mac loading circle.
Wait, no, hold on. And sometimes it takes a minute. It's got old software.
Hasn't updated to the newest iOS yet.
It's been like 1,000 years since it got updated.
This guy doesn't have the
Elvina
newest
is going to be
iPhone.
like, this is fucking ridiculous. If you're so judgmental about it, ask him your name. Or confirm your name, Thaddeus.
I just want to know. I mean, I'm asking
She
you the
said-
question here.
She said her name. My name is Elvina. What does my ring look like?
Yeah, she did already say that.
Did you already say that?
She did.
Yes, I
She
did.
did.
Unless you wanna
Like
take
I
it
said,
back.
of course,
That's okay,
my
that's
name's
okay.
Elvina.
Well,
But yeah, we can go back.
I'll say if you want to retcon it, then you can.
I need to look at Elisania's stat sheet here real quick.
Oh no.
Let's go.
Okay. Okay. Elvina, as you collapse
clasp your hand together. You see your fingers twitch a little bit, looking at this ring, and it does in fact indicate that she has lied.
That's quite interesting. If your name isn't Elvina.
I think Jaren is going to begin to put some, especially with now 20 in wisdom, is going to kind of begin to put pieces together and just kind of looks at Elvina.
I was born here. My name just is lost to this place.
I think he's just... There's a contemplative look on Jaren's face.
Is your name... Oh my god, I forgot. Is it Elisanya?
Elisanya.
Is your name Elisanya?
At this point, I'll be whatever the hell you want to call me. I'm tired of these games.
Games? I don't know why you keep trying to muddle into business. You should just stay dead.
Ooh.
Elvina's head tilts to the side and cracks slightly, her neck, and then she tilts it to the other side, and it cracks. And I'm going to take the liberty briefly, Elvina, to be you, if that's okay.
That's fine.
Well, I guess that we've lost all pleasantries then. I was going to play kindly with you all. As you can see, I have joined you gallivanting on your merry mission. And you could not yet play nice with me, could you, Thaddeus? Ridiculous.
Kind of hard to play nice when you're being rude.
I just felt something was off with you. I could tell.
I haven't been rude to any of you. Not any of you in here.
Oh,
I find the very nature of what you're doing quite rude.
I feel
Seconded.
I'm just delivering on my end of the bargain. And she wiggles her fingers. I don't feel as though Elvina's quite equipped to handle this mission, so I will handle it for her.
What rights you have to do that? What power you must have? Just make that decision.
I didn't. She did. And she will smile.
Am I able to knock you out of her body again?
I guess you could, if you were willing to deliver her a true death.
Knowing we're going to probably be here for another day, I'm just ever so subtly going to... My eyes look at her, and with the domain change, my eyes look like the glowing moon itself at full power.
Oh.
As I'm just going to speak a small word in Celestial, that is the Celestial word for abjure. And I'm going to channel divinity and turn undead, see if she goes away.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
Elvina just fucking dies.
Yeah, I'm going to
Disintegrates.
use that for my short rest, one action, and they have to make a wisdom saving throw. If they are, so the undead, they have to leave if they fail.
Elvina, do me a favor and roll a dice, and I'll add Alisania's modifier.
Any dice. You can roll a d4.
Well, a 19.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Damn it.
So,
She looks at you, and her tongue rolls over her teeth. Don't worry, Jaren. It's only temporary. I'm not extending my stay just yet. And she's telling the truth.
Fine.
This is going to be so much fun. As she sits back in her seat and begins filing her nails, and Alvina, you can play as Alisania. She is inherently cruel, and she revels in the sadness of others, and this tension is just filling her up. She feels so full of life.
My eyes go back to normal.
Has the door to the front of the carriage been opened? That little window been opened this whole time?
Yes.
Yes, I would say so.
Bones leans in, like his whole head leaning in. He gives the reins to you, Malachi, as he peeks in. And he is going to look at Alisania, who is currently occupying Elvina. And he's going to say, true death, yeah? Honest Hag, she would pay handsomely to have her be resurrected. A true death, is that all it takes?
that's all I'm asking for. I don't have Elisania's voice, so I'm speaking in... Sorry.
I imagine she's speaking through Elvina's vocal cords anyway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Bones grits his teeth as he looks at you and he says, I'll grant you true death. You fucking can't. As he closes the window and sits up front, adjacent to Malachi. Well, that was, I know this is gonna sound really fucked up, but I'm really glad that it's in fact the devil who's possessed my girlfriend instead of who said that shit to me.
Hey, yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna pry into whatever happened last night or this morning or whatever the fuck, but
It doesn't matter because it wasn't her, so it's... He sighs and looks up at the sky. It's fine. Fucking Christ, I'm an idiot. How could I think that she would say that to me? God, I'm such a fucking idiot. She's gonna be so pissed that I believe that. Fuck, I just... Oh my God, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. You know, your girlfriend's possessed by her evil aunt from fucking ages back.
well, every girl's got baggage, right?
Do you think that she was Elvina or Alisania last night when we was... I'm not even gonna think about it.
Do you think Alisania would let you fuck her?
I mean, I don't know what kind of mind games that bitch is gonna... He leans over and he throws up. I really hope that was Elvina. Jesus fucking Christ. He suddenly is like stretching out his collar. She's gonna kill me if it wasn't. She's gonna be real pissed. God, if you think Alisania's bad, you should see Elvina when she's mad. It's awful. As you guys continue journeying, is there anything else anyone would like to do? Any conversations that they would like to be had on our journey to the freaking
Wizards of the Wines.
The Wizards of the Wines.
We still have one more night, right? Before we get there?
Yeah, you still have one more night before you get there.
Oh, I thought the journey was one day of travel.
Oh, excuse me. It is one day of travel because it was one day to Argynvost, and then it's only one day of travel. You'll just arrive there at night.
Arriving at night.
do we want to arrive at night?
I mean, I think due to timeline, we do have to
Yeah.
get there by the end of today.
Okay.
The thing that Ting said to me was basically they've
Yeah.
set up some protections. It will break if we're not there by tonight. So we kind of, unless there's a way for us to get there faster.
Should someone scout ahead a little bit so we get some more knowledge of what we're dealing with?
Oh, if you want scouting, we can do some scouting. I'm good at that stuff.
Me too.
Yeah, of course. All right.
All right then.
Malachi is going to summon Apollyon and basically send Apollyon ahead of the cart. And I know I'm picking up on both microphones. I'm gonna quiet down a little bit. Is gonna send Apollyon ahead of the cart and is going to use his, I forget what the thing is called exactly, but I have a thing that basically lets me see out of Apollyon's eyes.
Roll a d4. 1 is north, 2 is east, 3 is south, 4 is west.
Okay. 1.
Cool. Is Apollyon moving stealthily?
Apollyon is a large raven. I think Apollyon is trying to move stealthily, but the amount of, it's kind of hard.
I can go with Apollyon
He's just
to make
soaring
it
in the
better.
sky.
Because
Yeah, he how are we doing this? Are we just sending
You can
Apollyon? or
send
something else?
Elvina. She's got a 5 to her stealth.
You're staying right here.
I'm.
Do you
I
want to
think
send me?
if Apollyon goes high, I can go wolf
Mhm.
and go low for my nose for tracking.
Mhm.
And my ears as well. I also I got some new spells I can use that might be able to help a little bit.
Does Malachi
Okay.
have to like I assume you have to concentrate on this, right?
Let me see. Use a bonus action. As long as I'm the same
Like
creature.
your eyes
you
are
can
no
include-
longer in your body; they're now in Apollyon's, so like you can't really move
Yeah,
your
it
body
says I
per se.
perceive through its senses until the end of your next turn. So I imagine I can't do both, right? So.
Yeah. Before you send Apollyon on his way, I'll just take over the reins if that's cool. I'll just say, "Hey, I'll take control of the reins. Me and Bones will sit up here and we'll take control."
Oh, right, the cart. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead, take it. Yeah. Just keep on following this path forward. Should be. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward from here.
Copy that. Just.
All right.
Giddy up.
As they take off, so is it me, Apollyon, and who else is scouting, or is it just me and Apollyon?
Yeah. Yeah. Malachi is staying in the cart, but sending
Daddy's
Apollyon
switched.
forward and perceiving through
So-
Apollyon's senses.
And Apollyon is just like a big raven.
Yeah, it's basically a raven that you can ride as a mount if you wanted to.
I'm going to walk up to this just large beast.
Yeah.
Who I'm with my height, I might be more eye level with. And I'll say, all right, good luck. And I'm going to go up into where I know most animals was like just behind the ear, and I just kind of give a light scritch, and I say another word in Celestial, and as we both do, we both disappear and turn invisible. As I cast invisibility at 3rd level
so
to upcast it, and me and Apollyon are invisible for up to an hour.
Nice.
Nice.
That's fucking awesome.
All right, come on. And I'm going to turn into my. I would leave most of my weapons on the cart, but I do have my clothes that do move with me as I go into my full wolf form, the large, almost dire wolf size, and just begin to move forward, giving a howl to signify our departure to the ones going on the cart. As I go ground and Apollyon goes high.
Absolutely. As you guys make your way closer and closer, how far would you say you get from the cart? Far enough to get sight on something?
60
Yeah,
feet.
far
Does the
enough.
cart-
I would move at a speed where I know that like I see the path that they're going on, and I'm going to just go into about 15 to 20 feet into the forest part, and just like just hauling ass until I eventually begin to pick something up on my ears to where I will then slow down and then begin to move slower.
Yeah. Apollyon is a little faster than you because he is flying
Yes.
and unimpeded by the terrain. As you guys both make your way towards a branch in the Savage Wood that leads to the vineyard. After about half a mile, the road becomes a muddy trail that meanders through the woods gradually until the trees begin to part, revealing a mist-shrouded meadow. The trail splits, and one branch heads west into the valley, and the other leads south into the dark woods. There's a signpost at the intersection. West points and reads Vineyard. A light, cold drizzle begins to fall over you as you move during the dirt. Digging into it feels good. Looking through Apollyon's eyes, you are high in the air. Unpainted fences blindly begin to follow the trail, which skirts north. And Apollyon and Jaren, you take in a sprawling valley, a sprawling vineyard, before bending south toward a stately building. There is a light fog that forms and swirls over the tended rows of grapevines. And here you see, at first in the distance, a giant tree in the middle of these vines, which strikes you as rather odd. And then figures 10, maybe 12, maybe 20, as you begin to approach. If you wouldn't mind changing the music, that would be fantastic.
Music change.
Music change to the battle music, to the battle music.
Things are getting serious.
You see a giant, towering tree. Its center split with these gnawing branches. It has many gemmed eyes, and at its center, in its core, is a giant gem. As this tree meanders, a giant root in the distance, you see around it, sprawling and falling off of its body, running and scampering on the ground, are tree blights and twig blights off of their bodies. As you see this massive hulking, this creature, as it moves its giant mouth, inside of it, this whirling wooden tongue, organic and foreign and gross. The raven make a perception check as well. Excuse me, both of you. Make a perception check. You can't hide the tree. The tree is giant.
Mm-hmm.
It breathes fire.
I'll be making the perception check through all this thing.
You can use your own stats.
15 plus 8 for
that is better
23.
for me. 17.
17 and a 23. Both amazing rolls. On a 17, flying through Apollyon's eyes, what would you say that you are looking for the most? What is your vision the most concerned for?
My vision is concerned to see I'm looking out for the were-ravens. I'm looking to see what they're doing, and I'm looking to find out who I see there, and maybe possibly who I don't see there.
Apollyon's eyes are scanning for tufts of white blonde hair. You know, the easiest to spot would be your sister Tinkara, as she is white when she transforms. Your eyes searching, you see, I will actually show it to you. Nobody look but the people who are there, okay? I'm kidding. Everyone can look. You see your sister exchanging blows with this. Oh, can you guys see?
Yeah,
so cool. That's so cool.
Just a lot of guys.
You see your sister, her sort of back, in between rows of these vines on the ground. She is prone as this twig blight jumps at her on her chest. You watch her whack the shit out of it with her quarterstaff as she extends her hand, and magic shoots throughout her arm. You know that
There they
Tinkara's
are.
a caster. You see spells being flung back and forth as Tinkara is fighting this twig blight. Looking around, you, after spotting Tinkara, spot the other members of your family rather quickly. They would not abandon each other on the battlefield. You fight as a pack, as a horde. You see your loved ones exchanging blows. You see Davi and Mardukov, who you have not seen in quite a few years, this wearing these elaborate robes as he creates this giant ball of blackness and decay and thrusts it towards this root of this tree. You see them all exchanged in battle. You see Adrian Mardukov absolutely fucking wailing on this twig blight. He is just as big and sturdy as you remember. Tattoos down the side of his arm. He looks like he's been working in a fucking vineyard. So he is fucking thick. You see Varric Mardukov attempting to attack this winter splinter. Nimura is there using her magic. All of these other were-ravens coming to the aid of their comrades. It's less easy to determine who is who when they're in their were-raven form.
So, can I just to clear up a little bit of confusion? There are were-ravens on here, but their outline is red. Are they friend or foe?
So the were-ravens on here, all were-ravens, and they're all labeled, are allies. You would recognize these people as your allies. Anything else in this particular corner, they're mostly twig blights and the winter splinter.
Got it. Okay. Sure.
Jiren, as you are more aptly paying attention to the ground, looking around, sniffing, smelling. There are trees here. There is a rot, but you smell human flesh, sweat and fear and anguish, things that trees can't feel. There are definitely people here. But as you, let's say that you're right here, sort of staying back. You guys are really here. Don't ignore that. As you approach, the winter splinter yowls and it commands a lot of attention, but on that roll you see this creature
Awful.
clinging to the, let me focus a ping.
The
You
Rob
see
Light
this
Herald.
creature
Oh.
clinging to the side of this structure, dust and debris exiting its mouth. Its head like the bones of a pterodactyl, and big, sparse wings. It looks like a debauched were-raven, and you see there is a totem stuck into its back, its spinal cord sort of extending from its head. there is a string of hair wrapped around this totem, and this little tiny chicken totem is hanging from its spinal cord that is extending out from its back. Do me a favor, make an Arcana check.
Sure. I want to roll my actual dice.
Yeah.
Because that's fun. Watch me instantly regret it. I don't instantly regret it. Cool. That's gonna be plus. Oh no, I've lost my character sheet. Oh no. Where has it gone? There it is. Arcana. That's a natural 17 for 17.
On a 17. Man, you know witchery when you fucking see it.
Yeah, buddy.
That looks like hag shit. And as you look around, tree blights have to be summoned. Twig blights have to be summoned. There is a great witch who has summoned these creatures here, and I don't think there's any roll necessary. The Baba Yaga has summoned these creatures here. And that is where we're going to close out for tonight.
Oh, I had a big spell to pop off. Oh, fuck.
Fireball.
Your initiatives are
Save it for tomorrow. Save it for. Or sorry, next time. Tomorrow. We're going.
We're going tomorrow!
We've got a bunch of creatures here. We've got.
I'm so excited.
Here in the bottom corner.
There's so many guys.
Just to establish some things so that way we understand what's happening. If you look at the initiative, you'll notice that not everyone is an initiative. This is to help streamline the combat process. Just Danica has been entered. On her turn, all of the were-ravens will act. What is happening for them in the corner will be determined by a luck check made by you, okay?
Oh, I can't. Can I not? So I can't go into that corner?
Oh, no, you can go into that corner. How well they're performing is going to be determined by you guys in combat. If they are not doing well, I will do some damage. I will not tell you the amount of dice that I'm rolling, but it is associated with a DC. 10 is a pass. 15 is you did it, boys. 20 is they're doing really well, and they're going to impart some damage onto these comrades here, divided evenly amongst them, going towards our littlest guys first, because of the way the action economy works. If they are doing really bad, there is some damage that they will share amongst them. If they're doing really super bad, some of them may die. So that will be determined by your guys' roll on what is Danica's turn, but that's so that we don't have a lot of NPC combatants doing nothing. I will also add Bones here. Are you still okay with controlling Bones?
Me? Sure.
Bones would still protect Elvina even while she is Elisanya.
Can you go ahead and also when you're doing that, just put Apollyon next to me?
Yes, I will put him on there
because
well.
actually it was kind of thank you for the suggestion to scout, David, because now I don't have to use an action to summon him at the beginning of battle.
I was just like, there's got to be something going on if it's active siege, and I was like, we need someone to see it so then it can be relayed, or something can like throw them off guard. Because if a whole big gold ostentatious cart shows up, we've lost the the element of surprise.
Gold-plated Thaddeus on the fucking.
Now, if
so you know he's coming.
Okay, I want to get Haley's opinion on this before I try to use a high-level spell that might get wasted.
Yeah, what's up?
Would you allow a 4th level spell to be combined with an intimidation check to ward off some more of the humanoid, or the ones that really can feel more intensely fear?
Yeah, certainly. I will always allow it. Its effectiveness sort of depends on the situation at hand. But you do see some humanoids here. You see these battle shaman, they are humanoid. The beast masters are humanoid. The druids are humanoid. If they are unnamed, they are twig blights. the twig blight yellows, the twig blight reds, the twig blight blues, and then our big old boys. We've got the winter splinter, and then the rot blight herald.
I only ask because I took, like I was saying, some of the spells that I might be able to play with now, which are going to be really more fun, not combat spells, but
Yeah.
I get access to Major Image and
Hell yeah.
a 20 by 20 foot cube of anything I want to terrify the populace.
Hey, fuck that. Listen, if you listen. If you can convince someone that a red dragon has landed here, I'm not gonna take the risk, right? I'm a skedaddle skedoodle.
Bye.
You'll definitely make like probably a performance check or something,
Yes.
just to imply the believability of it, and they'll make an investigation check to determine whether or not, or you can make a deception check, whichever's your preference. They'll make an investigation check to determine whether or not they believe it. Usually the illusion will have a preset DC though.
It
And it will actually
does.
be-
The Major Image, I believe DC is. Oh, actually, hold on. They can determine that a creature can use its action to examine the image and determine that it is an illusion with a successful investigation check against my save DC. So it would be an investigation check of 16 to discern with their action.
Hell yeah, and that would occupy a lot of their actions. I think that's an excellent choice for a high level spell. Yeah, throw them at them. We've got some really beefy boys here. Is everyone having fun? I know that I promised combat in this session. We were
Things happen.
goofing really close to the sun, and honestly, it was a real true pleasure. Next session, it will not be as kind.
We are going to.
I'm so ready to
be
die.
in it. Let's do it. I'm ready to fucking kill some trees.
I'm excited. It's gonna be fun.
I'm also excited. All the
I wish I was
NPCs
a wizard.
love are-
I wish I was a wizard
Yeah.
so bad right now.
Man, isn't
I would
this-
set
Oh,
everything on
dude.
fire.
This is such-
And listen,
such
it's
a
crazy because I'm still an
fucking
arsonist, even
lot.
though Drac isn't here.
What were you saying, Haley?
Oh, I'm so sorry. What did you say?
Huh? Drac?
You said that Drac isn't here? You don't know that. You can't see anything. Drac could very well be here.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna question the fact that I said I'm still an arsonist.
No, you don't know. Darling, you don't know if Drac's here or not.
You know
I'm not
nothing.
even here yet. Okay,
Well-
I'm going to head out.
Yep.
Good night, shawties.
I'm so
Not
excited.
is a good time.